Coming up on the Get Loud podcast, we knew it was coming.
Yep. He's
Jayden
the
Daniels,
man.
he's the man, QB1.
Yep.
We're going to talk about that. We'll look back at what we saw against the Fins. We'll look ahead to the Patriots.
And we'll get a prescription from our one and only, the doctor.
Give us a call on the house phone, 703-726-7419. How you doing, everyone? It is the Get Loud podcast, Smoot and Jinx, presented by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders. 2 preseason games down.
Yes.
And now, we knew it was coming. Jayden Daniels, QB1, officially for this team. It feels good. We knew it was coming, but it feels good to have it officially.
I don't know if this breaking news.
Right.
Listen, you draft a guy number 2, he's going to be your starter.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's what you do. You're expecting him to be ready to play. It doesn't shock me. This kid has been ready for this all his life. I have been in his shoes, not as a quarterback, but you prepare for this moment. You understand this moment. And with the coaches he has around him, they're nurturing him the right way. It's fine. I think congratulations, young man.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. It's the first step. In the first start of hopefully a long career, because regardless of how people feel about this franchise, and we've had 3 Super Bowl trophies held up.
Yep.
The one thing we haven't had, Theismann cut short, RG3 cut short.
Yeah.
We haven't had that long-term fix at quarterback. We just haven't. Hopefully, this is the start of that.
We were talking about this during the pregame show over the weekend on the radio, and I feel like the difference between, like Sam Howell last year, Sam looked great.
Yeah.
But I almost felt like he would flash and we would talk ourselves into it, as opposed to now it's, I'm not talking myself into anything.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what's out there.
But people are scared to, it's like, I hate to say this. It's like we got Bobby 3-stick isms. Like nobody, like everybody's scared to jump on the Jayden train. Because it's both of them was number 2 pick, both of them were Heisman Trophy winner, both so they I like him, but I'm scared to commit. Commit. Like this is a long-term relationship that we're about to be in with this quarterback. I feel safe, and the great thing about it is his flow is so high. I can't wait to see his ceiling.
Yeah.
Like that's where I'm at with him.
And when we saw what little we saw in the preseason, didn't see much, but we saw enough. And particularly against the Dolphins, we saw him run a little bit.
Yeah.
He was great in the pocket, great timing. That ball gets out so quick. And then that one moment where he ran, took a tackle, and DQ was like, get down.
Everybody was holding their breath.
Down.
But you can't hold your breath. He's a runner.
Yeah.
Like he had more design runs last year. He had 10 design runs in college a game. He is a runner. He just happened to be a runner that's a better passer. All right, so we're going to weaponize his legs, and we have to. As a defensive player, anytime I looked on the schedule and I would see Michael Vick or see any running quarterback, I knew, all right, here go a game where our play calling has to be blah. Meaning we only can play cover 2, cover 3, and cover 4 with running quarterbacks because our coach don't want us to turn our back to that quarterback. Yeah. And then we're running with the receiver. Here come the quarterback running beside us, and we have no clue.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you have a running quarterback, it simplifies the game plan.
Yeah.
So he needs to weaponize those legs so they can understand, we can't play these coverages on him. Yeah. And once he understands, and it slows down for him, he understands they only going to play these 3 coverages against me. He will master them.
So when you see him during the preseason, actually before the preseason, it feels different with him because at every step along the way, I feel like he's done everything right.
Yeah.
Because you know how it is, not every rookie is humble.
Yeah. No, they're not.
Not at all.
No, not like me. Not like I was. No.
But he comes in and he's asked about being a star quarterback. He's like, I haven't done anything
I'm
yet.
not a star.
Yeah, I'm not a star.
Yeah.
I haven't done anything. He's showing up at 5:45.
Yeah.
Then Luke McCaffrey follows, so he's getting here early. Not just saying he's doing it, he's doing it.
Yes.
And so then he scores in the first game, gives the ball to mom. He's on the sideline, and he's confident, but just kind of smiling and doing his own thing, keeping his head down.
Yeah.
At every point, I feel like, man, he's doing everything he should and more.
What we hear from LSU is never too high when he balls out, never too low when it doesn't go the way he wants it to go. That's where I want my quarterback because it's guaranteed in this league you're going to have some lows.
Yeah.
And guess what? With his talent, he's going to have some highs. Long as you know how to handle them. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing a guy that's mature over his years. That's what I said about this class of quarterbacks. I call them the granddaddy class. Because
they're old.
Yes, I call him, Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, all these guys. They have more combined starts than any class ever drafted. meaning they've played more college football than any draft class ever drafted.
Yeah.
That's why they seem to be ready. The one thing, think about this. Let's go back to Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez started 1 year at USC. Brought him to the league, and they was like, he still need a little time. Yes, he needs time.
Yes.
He hasn't seen these things over and over and over again. Well, we're talking about 5 fifth-year seniors that all started as freshmen. They understand the game. Now, how quick do they learn the speed of the NFL? That's to be seen. But are they there mentally? I don't challenge that at all.
Against the Dolphins, Joe Theismann said on X,
Yeah.
Daniels looks solid.
Yeah.
So if you had, which I think is a bit of an understatement, but also I understand tempering expectations.
Yeah.
So how would you describe what you've seen? One word to describe Jayden Daniels in the preseason.
One word.
Yeah.
It's not going to be precision because he's a precision quarterback. I give him that. I would say, if I had to say just one word about this guy, confident.
I like that.
He's confident in every manner of it without saying it. And pressure doesn't bother him.
Yeah.
Like, he figures things out. And what people don't understand about athletes, we have to make decisions in hundredths, tenths of a second. Most human beings on earth can't even fathom that. All right, think about it. I was walking across the street the other day with these bad feet of mine, Jinx.
You got bad feet? I didn't know
They
that.
just hurt. From all the miles I put on them running.
Yeah.
And you know how they get the countdown of you should walk and you should not walk? And I looked, and it was like 6 seconds, and I could get across the street.
Okay.
And I was walking. And I almost didn't make it. And I said, you know what? People don't understand what running a 4.40 is. Because a football player would have ran through there and got through there in no time. But we as pedestrians can't even get across the street in 6 seconds. That tells you how fast, athletic, and how fast you have to process things. So when I see a guy come flat off the bus and does what he does, I first started to think, what is he going to be like 5 years from now?
Yeah.
Like when it really slows down for him. Listen, if you're not excited, you need to get excited about this kid.
Before we talk about the other rookies, I got to address, everybody's going to be like, what happened to his face?
Scarface.
I had a scar removed. It was a planned surgery. I'm just going to tell people, look, man, these NFL players, they don't get through the season unscathed.
Hey, thank you. Like, the one thing.
Same thing for me, man. I'm playing hurt.
Hey, play hurt. The one thing you did was show up. You didn't make no excuses.
Nah.
You could have called in.
I'm here, baby.
Hey, I got stitches. I can't go on there like that. All right, I'm pretty boy Jinx. You see this hair? I cannot do that. No, not you. Jinx showed up and said, you know what? I'm going to tell you what happened. All right, plastic surgery. All right, plastic surgery.
Let's go.
Let's go to work.
You want the real story, you can find it on Instagram, but if you want to get into that. Otherwise, we got to talk some football.
I only play with a cracked sternum. You know, you playing with just a cut on your head.
That's nothing.
I play with a cracked sternum, all right? That's why I had to sleep in a lazy boy.
Oh, my God.
For like 12 weeks. I could not practice. All I did was watch film and play on the game on Sundays. I did that for 12 weeks consecutively.
Did you get injected?
Yes, I did. All right.
You had to have, right?
But the one thing I can say that really broke me during this time, because once you got that crack going down the middle of your chest, I couldn't ever be flat, and laughing hurt.
Oh, my God.
I'm the Joker. It did.
You're always laughing, bro. Oh, my God.
It was traumatizing to me. It just was not good, Jinx.
Man, you guys are as tough as it gets. I can't even imagine. I'm like, hey, look at the cut on my head. You're like, I had a broken sternum. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, just a tad.
Just a little bit different.
Just a tad.
Mike Sainristil still.
Yes.
Is he going by Mikey still? Because I don't want to disrespect. I just love this kid.
Yeah.
I love his game.
Everything should be.
Oh, my
You should
God.
love a thing about him because he's one of those guys. I was born for this type guy. You know, I've been ready for this. And when Nick Saban said, like, the one person, when they talk DBs in college, if Nick signs on from you, I know you're good because he's seen the best of them and the rest of them. And when he said,
and he didn't even play for Nick.
no, he said pound for pound, the best player in the draft. All right, well, guess what? He's came to this camp, and it looks that way. All right? It looks like I am ready. The question is, can he play outside? Is he just an inside guy? Like, it's questions to be answered with this kid. But everything you've seen from him, his physicality, shocking.
he plays so much bigger than he is.
Yes, yes.
I mean, he is not afraid to go in there and be physical.
Runday Barber comes to mind.
Yeah.
Like, I can't get Runday out of my head when I speak, and Runday does not get the props he deserves.
I agree
One
with
of
that.
the best cornerbacks to ever play this game is Runday Barber. Yes, I will. And anybody want to debate on that, hey, feel free. Hit us on the house phone and debate with me.
That's right.
Yeah, most definitely.
The house phone is 703-726-7419, 703-726-7419. We'll have voicemails coming up here. We're going to talk to Doc Walker as well, so stick around for that.
That should be great.
Oh, DOC.
Just what
great.
the Doc.
Love talking to Doc.
Yes.
No sugarcoating ever with Doc.
No, he's sugar-free.
Sugar-free. Frankie Louvu.
Yeah.
Showing out as well. And these guys didn't play much. They didn't need to, but we saw all we needed to see from
Swapping
this guy.
paint.
Oh, my
All
God.
right, at the end of the day, you look at the top defenses in the NFL. You look at the Ravens. Look at their linebacking core. Put a lot of draft stock in there, a lot of capital. All right, you look at the 49ers, Fred Warner and those guys. A lot of draft capital, a lot of money in there. All right, well, we went and revamped ours. All right, that middle of the defense changes everything. All right, D linemen, I always tell D linemen, I call them soft. This is why I call them soft.
Okay.
Because the real collisions happen with the linebackers and the DBs. When we meet a running back, he's full speed.
Yeah, you're running at each other.
At each other, fast. And I'm talking about this guy running the 4.3, you running the 4.3. It's finna be a train wreck. When the D-line get them, they just started. All right, they just getting the ball. They just started. These collisions are not as hard. So guess who does the reinforcing? It's the DBs and the linebackers. Well, we cleaned that linebacker room up.
Yep.
All right, now we're finna swap paint with people. All right, now people are going to start to wear down in the third quarter. Now you're going to see sideline to sideline just vicious hitting. And you got to like that, man. You got to enjoy that part of the game. If you don't, your defenses will never be at the top. All the great defenses I played on, we all had good linebackers. If you don't have good linebackers, you don't have a good defense. I hate to say that. They're just the truth. Yeah.
Patriots coming up this weekend.
Yep.
Preseason game number 3, final game of the preseason. So
Drake May.
Yeah. Looking better. He's looking better.
No,
but
he's looking good.
You know, early on, he was struggling a little bit. But, you know, I think a lot of this has to – and he looked good last time out.
Now, we talked about the class of the old heads. He's the youngest.
He's the young guy.
He's the
He
youngest.
doesn't have that experience.
And he had a COVID year where he didn't play football.
Oh, that's right.
All right, so he only coming off 2 years of football. All right, so we talked about reps.
Yep.
And it's not shocking to me that the one guy that didn't get the reps like the other started off a little slower. All right, that's what it is. Who plays football? I look back at my career. Since my 10th grade year, I have been starting. I started every year to the last year of my time in the league. That means I got freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors, like play. When I hit the league, I was ready. I was just ready, and it's all about that. So when we see New England this week, and don't forget about Joe Milton. Joe Milton look good. Joe Milton making this.
And they drafted him in like the 6th round?
Listen.
He can play.
Don't it feel like RG3 Kirk Cousin is?
Kind of, yeah. Like, it would not surprise me if at some point Joe Milton gets some run.
And never get a job back.
Yes.
It feels like the future is setting that up, right? It feels like, one injury away.
Yeah.
And, Tom Brady's this thing.
You're not wrong.
No, it feels like that way. And I guess just a new way of doing things is drafting a pair of quarterbacks where you're not sure if the first one you drafted is the guy. And then don't forget about Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's still there. So, and from what I hear from Mayo, they're going to play their guys. They're going to play their guys in this third game.
Yeah.
Which usually the third game.
And they need to because they're bad.
Yeah. And the third game is usually set aside for the guys at the bottom of the roster. But they're going to play the top end. So guess what? If you coach DQ, you're like, yes, because I want to see my guys in bad position. That's the first thing he said. That's what the preseason is about. I want to see them in some bad positions. So guess what? You're going to play against some starters.
I'd be shocked if Jayden Daniels plays in this game. Probably will not.
Yeah.
We've seen enough from him. But there are a lot of positions that are up for grabs even now.
Yeah.
At receiver, at number 2.
Yeah.
We know it's Terry, but after that, it's really wide open still.
Downtown De'Ami Brown
has shown out.
Hey, listen, he said, not me. All right, new coaching staff. I ain't going nowhere. All right, then you got Dotson. All right, need to play faster, need to play stronger. All right, do they get to him? All they did was issue a challenge. All right, I love it when a coach issues a challenge to me. All right, you got You bring in a couple of more guys.
Yeah.
So now you need to figure out, where's my big wide receiver? Where's my speed guy? Is Crowder going to make this roster on this crowded receiver room? Kaz Allen, did he do it again? Did he fumble it away again?
Yeah.
So
Alameda looks good.
So it's one of these things we don't know until we know.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about it. And they always say this: good teams cut good players.
Yeah.
Because the other ones are better.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen. So, anytime you get a new coaching staff, you cannot guarantee anybody's going to make this roster if you ain't a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
All right, that's just the way it goes.
Secondary continues to have issues. We know it's going to be an issue this season. So hopefully, those guys in the front seven can add a lot of pressure. Maybe take some of, I guess.
I don't agree with you. I don't agree that they've been a problem.
You don't think so?
No.
Really?
No. This is what I do know about defensive backfields.
Okay.
Cohesiveness is what we do. We are a group. They never call us and say it's just one of us. It's always a group of us. We only going to get better as the more reps we get with each other. Like they say, a great defense, you hear it before you see it.
Okay.
That means they talking. We communicating with each other. Check this, cover two, whatever we need to do. So at the end of the day, I think this defensive backfield, I think Forbes, I think St. Juice, I think Quan Martin, all these guys are going to benefit from Coach Witt. This is a defensive back-friendly defense. This built for defensive backs to go make plays. You're not going to be able to judge these guys until we get into real games.
Okay.
And Coach Witt get to draw everything up and put these guys in position to make plays. Believe me, if you're in that defensive back room right now, you feeling confidence about what we're going to do and how we're going to get it done. So for everybody out there feeling like they need to panic with the defensive backfield, calm down.
Because I'm panicking.
Calm down, Jinx. Like Stockholm Syndrome. Don't do that.
All right.
Don't do that, Jinx. Calm down. Get a coach some time to mold these guys and understand what we're seeing right now is the greenest stuff you're going to see all year. Right? But you've watched the Cowboys the last couple of years. You watched Bland go break the record. You watched Diggs go get almost 10 interceptions.
But those dudes are –
No, those dudes – Bland was a low draft pick that only got made because Diggs got hurt. All right, that tells you what this coaching staff are capable of.
So you're saying that Quinn and Witt working together defensively are going to elevate these guys.
It's going to elevate everybody in the room.
Yeah.
Listen, I was so envious when I used to watch Green Bay with Al Harris and Charles Woodson go out there and get pick after pick. I'll never forget Mac Hasselbeck sit at that 50-yard line.
Remember that? Oh, my God.
We going to score. Only to throw it right to Al Harris and him take it 70 yards for a touchdown. So at the end of the day, if I'm not worried about any group, it's the defensive backfield. Not with this coach staff. I'm not.
I just want to play off of that real quick. Have you ever heard a dude outside of that, on the field, anything where he talks his smack and then immediately came right back to bite him?
All of us. It happens to all of us.
Time.
Like all of us. I remember London just brought this up the other day. We was playing Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And we knocked Ben Roethlisberger out the game. We get back to the huddle. And London like, I don't think he coming back in. And I'm like, looking at Bluefoot, and I'm yelling out, let's eat now. They finna put, who did they put in the game? Who was the backup quarterback?
Oh, gosh. Charlie Batch.
No, offensive coordinator, Tampa Bay.
I'm drawing a blank.
I'm drawing a blank.
Okay.
All right, they put him in the game.
Byron Leftwich?
Byron Leftwich. They put Leftwich in the game. So I'm like, let's eat defensive backs. Let's pick him off. And he went ham on us.
Did he?
I think he went for 300. It was like, and London was like, why did you have to say something? It was like, so yeah, all us been in those situations. Like, so don't doubt anybody in the NFL. Don't doubt anybody in this game.
Before we get to the DOC always keeps it real. Can't wait to talk to him, Doc Walker. One thing you want to see, I keep asking you this, but you keep calling out really good players on this team. One guy that you want to see show out against the Patriots.
I think I called out Mike Wiley last week.
You did?
And he pretty much did it. Owens. And he pretty much
Owens,
balled
man,
out.
he's going to make this team.
All right, third game, it ain't who I want to see. It's who needs to.
Okay.
Dotson needs to make some plays.
He sure does.
Cole Turner needs to make some plays. All right, that tight end room is a hard room. Chris Rodriguez needs to make some plays. All right. Newsium, I want to see him make some plays.
Okay.
Poteet, he has been around that ball for Darian Mathis. Needs to make some plays. So there's a couple of guys that this dress rehearsal is more than a dress rehearsal.
No doubt. You want to pay some bills?
Why not?
Look at that. I got you right there.
Hey, the Get Loud podcast is brought to you by Bet365, the official sporting betting partner to watch the Commanders. Bet on a range of NFL markets with the Bet365 app. Craft your own personalized bet slip with parlays. Access thousands of games with live streaming. Place your bet before the match or during the game. It's up to you. Download the Bet365 app today and join 80 million members worldwide. Yes, that's 80 million members worldwide. Age 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Virginia. Gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. MWAA. We don't travel to escape life. We travel so life don't escape us. We dream of any place in the world, and in the blink of an eye, we're there. That's the wonder of flight. All you have to do is decide where to. Dulles International Airport. Let your imagination soar. Book your adventure today at flydulles.com/nonstop.
True professional.
Yeah, I try.
Let's go from one to another and bring in Doc Walker. We always have great guests on this show.
Yeah, we do.
Let's bring in one of the legends. You know the DOC. Doc Walker with us now to talk about what he's seen thus far, what he expects for the upcoming season. Doc, it's always a pleasure having you on, talking to you, getting your perspective. So I wanted to get your thoughts on Jayden Daniels and what you've seen up to this point.
Everything, he's better than advertised. I'm not shocked about anything. You don't casually win a Heisman Trophy. You don't casually get your way through the SEC. So I just want to see more. This is new school versus old school. I'm like Andy Reid, man. I won't give me a half. I know I'm not going to get it, but I still want to ask for it. And I just can't wait for all this to end and the real deal to start.
One thing, Doc, I love about you, you wouldn't sugarcoat a candy bar working for Willy Wonka. You're going to keep it how it is. You're going to tell the truth. All right, what do you feel from this organization that's different than last year? Just from the top to the bottom, what do you feel? Is it momentum? Is it people holding people accountable? Is it people doing what they should do? Just tell me, what do you feel as a guy that had your eyes on this organization for 40 years? Please tell me that, sir.
Well, you just named it. It's all of the above. And so what I'm looking for right now is, I'm not expecting the impossible, but it reminds me back when Joe Gibbs came in, we went 0-5. Can you endure that hit? And if you do, then the road to recovery starts. I don't believe in hocus pocus. You got to build this thing, and they're doing the right way. And it's not going to happen overnight. But everything they've done, I'm in full accord with. Been there, done that. We went 0-5, and it built our character that built this program, in my opinion. And now we just got to be able to. Question is, are we going to be strong enough as a fan base and a community to support them through lean and tough times so they can build that endurance? Because the fan base is strong. I think that we got grit, true grit. We building this thing the right way. Let's be patient enough and not expect it to be hocus pocus and fixed in all 1 week, because it's not going to be.
And I'll tell you one thing too, Doc, is that when you talk about that patience, then it doesn't just start with the franchise quarterback. It starts with the other rookies, the other free agents brought in. So who's a guy, let's talk about another rookie outside of JD5 that has stood out to you that you think, you know what, this dude's a player.
Well, you know me, and the Smooter knows. It's all for me. The wide receiver talk is cute, but I just smile. Because to me, it's all about the Fab Five. And the Fab Five for me are them big boys up front. And if you're not talking about the offensive line, that's my Fab Five. And that's being developed, being assembled. We got a couple guys nicked. How that unit develops is how we develop. And the dynamic duo is them two corners. Mm-hmm. And we're still developing them. If you don't have a Fab Five and a dynamic duo, you're kidding yourself. So that's what my focus is. I hate to be the bearer of bad news and Scrooge again, but I have to calm the public to let y'all know. You talk all that, you worried about who the backup, who the number 2 wide receiver is. Tell you what, it could be Humpty Dumpty for all I care. I'm concerned about the Fab Five and the dynamic duo. And if you don't have them two things locked down, you're going to beat nobody good. So if we get healthy, keep building on that, because Jaylen going to help himself. Look, this brother gets rid of the ball so quick, you could have a perfect no-hitter, and he still not get hit. So the line's going to look better upon his arrival just because of him. But that doesn't mean we fixed it. So I'm waiting to see how we develop the Fab Five and the dynamic duo. Those are my keys.
All right. So, go ahead. So, you got a question?
Yeah, I got to ask him because, the one thing about you one of the few Super Bowl winning tight ends we've had around here. And I consider you a throwback tight end. And when I look at Ben Sinnott, he reminds me of a Jay Novacek, a Witten, just a throwback, a tank. Get me the ball and watch me rumble, 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 young man, rumble. Tell me how you feel about what he's shown you so far.
Saw him at K-State. I loved him then. I love K-State. K-State reminds me of Mississippi State because, see, you can find some jewels. And I'll tell you what, you taught me a lot on this because me and you used to be going back and we Jones, but you showed me about them nuggets. I started seeing all these top performers coming out of Mississippi State. And you keep telling me, boy, look at this. You were right. K-State, the same thing to me as Mississippi State is what they were doing in the Big 8. The dudes they pull out, they're diamonds. Sinnott, all he wants to do is win. And I remember covering Big 8 games when I was doing the Nebraska games against K-State. And they were always the underdog, but they didn't play like that. This dude got that true grit. Love him. Love the determination. I'm still a Bates guy. I love the tight end room. And if they stay healthy, because they got to become a factor at the line of scrimmage and also on third down. I love Bates. I love them all because our running game is the reason why we'll be really successful. Love the running back room. Crazy about their head coach. Their head coach is a dog. I ain't worried about that. Coach A, love him to death. They got a room full of dogs. All they got to do, let that Fab Five develop. And that group, when he released them K9s, we're going to be all right. Because it's about running the ball and also pass protection. Part of that pass pro for Jayden is in backs.
So, Doc, let's play what the doctor ordered here, okay? So, and you're a guy that keeps it real. We've talked about that. Give me something that this team really needs to focus on improving upon based on what you've seen thus far in the preseason.
We can't afford to turn the ball over.
Okay.
We got to play who we are. Right now, we're not coming out. We got to come out and say, here's who we are. We got to keep that game tight. We have got to be what we once were, dominant on special teams. We got to create our advantages, great on teams. We can't turn it over, and we can't give up big plays. We can't have people running through our secondary wide open. That's over. If you score on us, you got to crawl. You got to kill us 9-play drives. Nothing cheap. We make you earn everything you get while we develop. We got to be a hard out. And if we do that, things will come our way because we got playmakers. Eckler? I ain't even got to him. We don't have time. The show's too short. We got people. We just got to get time to get to them.
I totally understand what you're getting at when you say that. And it's a play that reminds me of what you're saying when Jayden overthrew Terry on the sideline. And that's what they call get that ugly pass out the way, meaning we're in field goal position. Don't worry about a completion. Don't worry about anything. That's the small things. So I'm willing to say this. Are we being just simply coached better?
Yeah. From day one, the moment DQ walks on the field, they're warm-ups. I watch him warm up. I could just turn around and get back in my car and leave because I've already seen more energy on the practice than I used to see for 4 years. We got now not a mortician walking on the sideline. We got an evangelist. We got a person out there that is injecting and preaching the gospel, and they're buying into it. Everybody out there is out there with purpose. The older guys have been warriors and been great players. They're lending that tutelage. London Fletcher. Man, when the captain got here, I used to just love watching him warm up. on the sidelines. He threw up before every game, and it was real. These guys we got now are guys in their mid-30s, can still play, but we don't want to wear them out. They're leading those rooms now. They're leading by example. We got one at the linebacker, one at the tight end spot. We got them sprinkled all over the plate. When you get the right GM, this is what your team looks like. It shouldn't be all kids. It shouldn't be all senior citizens. It's sprinkled the right way. A little youth and enthusiasm, age and wisdom. And that's what this group has.
Doc, you were talking about the weakness in the secondary. We know that. And one of the reasons that maybe this team can mitigate that is pressure on the defensive front, right? Pressure from those linebackers. And you were talking about London. One of the great linebackers of all time is Bobby Wagner. When you see a guy like that, not only does he make the entire defense better, but what does it do to the locker room when someone walks in? This is a guy who's going to have a gold jacket one day. When he walks in, it's just immediate respect.
He's the new leader. That's what happens when he walks in the room. He's the man. When he says, you know what? You see this ring? I know the path to getting there.
Yeah.
All right? That's what he demands respect. Just like when London walked in, he demanded respect.
Bingo. Fred was there. Him and Blue. And the other thing, too, is that your team, you have to love being around your teammates, man. You just have to love when that practice ends and guys are still there 2 hours later, that's the team's going to win. That's the ingredients of a team, not running to get out of there to go somewhere else. They're where they want to be. And they understand the mission at hand. These guys don't even realize the fan base they have. They're just waiting on them. They don't understand how good this is. They think this is good now. They've seen nothing. Man, this place is wide. And Fred knows. Jinx, you know. We've seen snippets of it. We watched when other teams win here. Man, when the Capitals won here, I've still never seen this place. This place erupts. Curly W's, 219. We've celebrated the success. Mystics, it don't matter. We know how to win. We know how to handle winners. We just got to earn that right. And I can feel it because the process is in effect. And it starts with getting the right people.
Just taking the temperature right now of the NFC East. We know what kind of beast it is. All right, when I look with my binoculars on and I look in New York, I see something that's falling apart. I'm talking boat by boat. All right? When I look down in Dallas in these binoculars, I see something falling apart, boat by boat, while our arrow is pointed in the right direction. Besides Philadelphia, how does you feel about the NFC East right now?
You know, I can't break my rules on that. I don't feel anything towards them because I'm so focused on Tampa Bay.
Oh. All right.
And I can't break my principles. You know, they've beaten us. We haven't beaten any of them. So I'm going to give them their respect. We can't even beat the Giants. So how ignorant would it be for me to do what most of my body's trying to get me to do and mess with Dallas and mess with Philly and I ain't doing it. I'm going to stay true to what I'm trying to become. I want to be the best version of myself. I'm focused on Tampa Bay. Because until we beat Tampa, we've done nothing. We've done nothing but entertain our fan base and give them promises and hope. So I'm going to stay true to that. I'm going to respect our conference. I think it's the best in all of sports. Because all of our people have Lombardis. All of them understand what it's like to be on top. And all of us understand that what we're capable of. The question is, will we do it? And that's what's up today. 10-1, the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm still scratching my bald head. How in the earth did they do that?
Spoken like a man who is a true champion and is a champion. That's why he's already focused on week one. It is a DOC, Doc Walker. Doc, we appreciate it, man. Always a pleasure. Always appreciate Doc. Let's pay some bills, and then we got voicemails and what is it? What do we call it? The Nerd Report?
The Revenge of the Nerds Report.
Okay.
Yes.
Guys, let's talk about SeatGeek for a
Please.
second. Primary sponsor of this pod. It's official. They are the official ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders. The deal is finalized. These are our people, the newest member of the Commanders family. If you haven't heard the name yet, get used to it. SeatGeek, the newest member of the Commanders family. It doesn't matter if you're buying or selling tickets to Commanders games or any other live event in the DMV. SeatGeek is the place to do it, the official ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders, so Commanders fans can fan. All right.
Yes.
Revenge of the Nerds segment. What do you got?
Sponsored by Booger this week. All right, check this out. Hey, we have a 15-year-old
Okay.
from Fairfax, Heeman McKelly.
Okay.
I think I said that right. He invented a soap that cures skin cancer at 15 years old. Now, Jinx, what is young Michael Jenkins doing at 15 years old? Because this dude is amazing.
Okay.
What were you doing at 15 years old?
I was like, hey, man, have you guys played this new game on Atari? Nothing.
So you were shaming the family.
I was, yes.
Like,
Was doing nothing.
at 15 years old, how do you just sit in your room and say, you know what? They're not mixing this with this, and maybe I can get this, and you're curing cancer?
I'm like, this body wash smells great.
Yeah.
Like I don't know anything.
I'm stealing my dad's Old Spice. You know what I'm saying? Like, 15, I thought that was amazing. All right, next on the report from the nerds, you know Ben Franklin is my
I looked,
guy.
I was like, does he have Ben Franklin on his phone?
You know I love Ben Franklin. That's my favorite historian. I love him. And I just found out something that I didn't know because I felt like I knew everything about Ben Franklin.
Okay.
All right. Ben Franklin left $2,000 to the city of Boston and Philadelphia.
Okay.
All right. And he left this to help young tradesmen. All
Okay.
right. All right. Now, one hitch was it. Most of the money cannot be drawn out for 100 years. All right?
100 years?
100 years. All right. Now, it can be distributed. It can only be distributed 200 years later. And right now, it is worth $6.5 million.
Whoa, is that right?
That is right, Benjamin. You have done it again. And you deserve to be on the $100 bill. He has done it again. And that's your Nerds Report. Brought to you by Nerd.
That's some great stuff, Fred. Oh, did you hear the voice? That is our producer, Anna. Time for voicemails. Hi, Anna.
Hi, guys. You guys left some great voicemails this week, so please do not hesitate to leave us voicemails.
What we got?
703-726-7419. Oh, your favorite, Fred.
Yeah.
You're going to love this one.
Smooth Dog and Jinx. Hey, man, it's your boy, John, a.k.a. Traveling Jay, still kicking it across America. I heard you mention me, Smoot, telling them I was in Michigan. Well, I'm still kicking, but I'm now in Kansas City. Still loving the show, still doing my deal, and loving that you guys are doing your deal. You've got to get yourself a radio show, man, and Anna can be the producer of it. It doesn't matter, but y'all got to get on the radio. Hey, check it out. So in response to your comment the other day about the quarterbacks and the experience and all that, look, I'm excited. I'm excited for all the new class and all these quarterbacks that come out. And, you know, I was thinking about it. The greatest quarterback class that I've ever known was the 83 draft with Elway, Kelly, Marino. Then you had, you know, your other ones, Blackledge, I think it was, Easton, I think, and O'Brien. Ken O'Brien out of those three was probably the better one. But those three Hall of Fame quarterbacks now, they didn't have near the experience coming in the league like these guys do. So this could be, dare I say, has an opportunity to be, at least from the jump, the best quarterback draft of all time. And I know it's preseason and blah, 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 but, you know, and I say that, I don't really care about the other quarterbacks. I'm excited about Jayden Daniels. Keep up the great work. I wonder if you agree with that. So let me know. Keep up the good work again.
Listen,
great
AKA
voicemail.
Traveling
From
Jay
Michigan
out.
to Kansas City, where in America? Like, you got to call in next week and tell us where you're at. Now he's in Kansas City. I'm sure he's eating some barbecue right now. All right. Now, I don't know what food Michigan is known for. Anything?
I don't know. Anna, does anyone know?
It's just music, basically. All right. All right. Well, Kansas City is known for its barbecue, so I hope you eating some barbecue while you're out there. And me and Jinx just had this conversation about this quarterback class.
Yep.
When I say because of the reps, the reps they played, they was in college longer than any quarterbacks. Period. He brought up something. Could this be the best quarterback class of all time? Because Caleb Williams looks like the truth.
He sure does.
Jayden looks like the truth.
Bo Nix looks
Like
great.
the truth.
He looks good.
Micah Penix. Come on, we talking about Joe Milton.
Yeah.
All right, let's come back to this 5 years from now.
Yes.
But I'm with him. This could be the best quarterback class of all time.
I think he's right. Now, he's right. The 83 class is widely considered number one with a bullet. But if you're talking about early results, this class is really deep.
Yeah.
The potential's there. So
yeah, and they all have great coaches with them and great stuff around them. Like, I have never seen a quarterback class besides Drake May that has all the support around them. Usually, like, you get drafted high, your team stinks. All right, not so much this time.
All right, Anna, voicemail number 2.
What's up, Smoot and Jinx? I got a non-football question for you. I was wondering if y'all seen the new Deadpool movie, and I just want to know, since both of y'all from the South, what do y'all think of Remy LeBeau's accent?
First of all, I've seen Deadpool 3 times.
Already?
All right? Listen, I've always been asked this. If you was a superhero, which one would you be? It's Deadpool. Fredpool all day. Like, it's instantly. That's me. I'm going to save the world while cracking jokes. So, yes, I have seen it. And Channing Tatum, he blew it away as Gambit.
Yeah.
Listen, because he was like, I've been in the void my whole life, because they never made the Gambit movie.
Oh, yeah,
So, unlike the rest of them that got tossed in the void after they movie flopped, he was like, I was born here.
Yeah.
In the worst Louisiana accent I have ever heard. Couldn't understand 90% of it. And I found it I thought Channing Tatum did a great job. I thought Wesley Snipes. Listen, it's one of the better movies I've seen in a long time. And it ain't that it's just intellectual property. No, it's a fun time. Like, it's been a long time since I went to the movie and had that much fun. So much that I went back, and I know you probably ain't even seen it yet.
Nah, I haven't seen it.
What's wrong with you, Jason?
I know.
What's wrong with you?
I know, man. I haven't really gotten in the Marvel universe, and everybody says, dude, you got to do it.
Man, and then the one thing about Deadpool.
And you love it.
Yeah, Deadpool, come on, we grew up on it. Did you not grow up on that Saturday morning watching the X-Men, watching TV? Like, we grew up we are the generation that had to read it in the comic books.
Yeah.
We watched the comic cartoons.
Yep.
And now they're putting it on the big screen, and you don't want to see it on the big screen.
Let me ask you this when it comes to accents.
Yeah.
I think I've asked you this before, but I think it's fascinating because I had to work on my accent. I can still slip back into it when I'm back home.
And say yonder.
Yonder?
Yeah.
Over yonder?
Yeah.
Or I'll be like, hey, man, what's going on? You know, and I'll be like,
how you kicking it, man?
But when you worked at ESPN, didn't they try to tweak your accent a little bit?
Yeah, well, CBS.
Was it CBS? Okay.
CBS tried to tweak it. They gave me this paper with words on them, and they said, here go the words you need to stay away from. Here go the words you could use instead of. You can break this word down and use it and pronounce it this way. Yes, they tried to narrow it down.
That would change your personality.
But guess what? I understood what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
Most people won't, I understand. Like, I understood before I got there that it was like words I don't say on air. Like, I'm not scared to show you my flaws. Like, you'll never hear me say a ST word on the mic.
Yeah.
Like, I won't, I say road, a boulevard, but I won't say streak.
Okay. So instead of 3-game winning streak, you'd say 3 in a row?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. But I stay away from STs consciously, all right, because of what they showed me on their paper. And I was like, ooh, there go my flaw, is the STs. And I was like, I don't think I can get rid of this. All right, so I need to just find alternative words, and that's what I do.
Well, you nailed it. Yeah. All right. Another voicemail, Anna?
No, that'll be it. But
That's
now
it?
It's time for Extreme Memes.
Extreme Memes. You know what? She just comes with these games.
I have no idea. We'll get a text from Anna, and I have no idea. It'll just say Extreme Memes. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know.
See you Monday.
All right.
That's basically it. I leave
They're always
cereal.
good. They're always good.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to give you each a stack of memes. All right.
God.
And I'm going to give you a situation, and you're going to react to it, or a statement.
All right.
Are we
Okay.
ready for this?
Yeah.
What do I do with the card?
Yeah.
So okay, wait, you got to look at them. You need to pick them all up.
All up?
Yeah. It's like apples to apples. So
right.
I've given them a stack
God,
of
okay.
memes, and they need to find a meme that's appropriate to the phrase. I recognize that this is audio only, so we are going to have to describe the memes.
Okay.
All right. That's fine.
Yeah. All right. First extreme meme prompt. When someone says Jayden Daniels is going to be the best quarterback of the 2024 draft class.
Ooh, okay.
Best.
All right. I got one.
I got one.
Yeah, I do. There you go. I know they can see this. They can see this.
It's the little girl with the house
On fire, because that's a fire take right there. Yes.
I like that.
And she's laughing while her house is burning down.
I got this cat right here.
Oh, I'm trying to think.
You know
was
what?
that from?
Because I don't know what he's thinking, but he's thinking,
But-
you know what?
But he's having a good time.
You might be right.
Yeah, he
you
having a good
might be
time.
right.
Yeah, you're
I can
right.
see it happening.
Yeah.
Look at that smile on my face. You might be right.
I got you on that one.
I like that. All right. When
Yeah.
someone says that Washington could be the winner of the NFC East this season. Oh, okay. It's a pensive.
Yes.
He's thinking.
I'm thinking because I feel good, but I also am afraid of Philadelphia. I feel like they've put together some great stuff over there.
It's me crying right here. I would love for it to happen.
Just not.
It's just not going to happen this year.
Yeah, just come on.
I
Be patient.
want it to. We just got to be patient. Just like Doc was talking about. Just got to be patient.
Let's temper expectations.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that.
all. That's all.
Rookie Mikey Sainristil could be a star on the defense.
I got one of these memes I want to use so bad, but you just haven't gave me the question to use it yet. Oh, here we go. That's so satisfying. See that? You see her? Yes. Yes. It's
She
like
is saying yes.
yes.
All right, this guy's old because I'm old. And you know what he's doing? He's going, yeah.
Thumbs
That's
up.
right.
Yeah.
I
Thumbs up
agree.
to that one.
I love
He's been
Mikey
very
Sanders still.
positive.
Yes.
Come on, Anna. Give me
Okay, I feel
one
like
so
I
I
haven't
can
given
use
a
this
juicy
one.
enough one. All right. You're attending a wedding and you find out it's at the same time as the most important game of the season. Have you been hearing about this?
Yes, I have.
It's the worst.
Like everybody say you should not do fall weddings because football season in the fall comes in. Yes, if you invite me to a wedding in the fall, no, I will not come. I'm not.
What?
I don't come to fall weddings. I got sports to watch. All right, do you want me watching this game during your wedding? Because I'm not coming.
Hey,
All right?
I know it's your wedding. Think of the others, though.
Yeah. No, think of the other people here, man. Like, you can't be just all of a sudden, yes, October 31st be at my wedding. No, I'm not. Not at the end of the year. And mostly, definitely, your wedding going to fail.
I
Your
got
marriage.
the perfect meme for this.
Yeah,
All
me
right,
too.
let's see it.
Look at this monkey. Look, he's looking at his phone. He's like, okay, what day's your wedding? Oh, man, it's the day the Commanders taking on the Cowboys. I can come to that game.
I'm not coming to your wedding.
No.
All right.
I've got to be honest. I
Yeah.
respect it because there's nothing worse than someone being on their phone at the wedding, watching a football game, and not being engaged, or at dinner or anywhere. Don't come.
I have the perfect one right here.
Oh,
I've been waiting.
that's the one.
You know, when you
I don't
put
know
that
about
lip
that,
up,
dude.
First of all, this is how I'm going to show up at your wedding. All right? Right here, and I might not be bringing a gift. All right? I'm not going to bring a gift. I don't bring fall gifts. All right? Fall gifts are for Christmas. I'm not
Okay.
doing it.
Your reaction to Pat Mahomes behind the back throw to Travis Kelce.
Listen, I'm not shocked. He's a wizard with the ball. He's Steph Curry. He's Steph Curry of the NFL, and he's able because of his coach to try stuff that no other quarterback would try. That will get most guys fired. All right.
You know what's crazy about that? He was actually mad at Travis because Travis ran the
wrong
wrong
route.
route. And
Yeah.
so he was like, whatever, man. I'll just
Yeah.
throw it behind my back. And
Yeah.
of course, Kelsey still caught it. But you know what I got for this? Guy looks like Andy Reid.
Yeah, he does
Yeah.
look like Andy Reid. He
There you
does.
go. That's my guy.
He does.
Trying to make it 3 straight. That's my guy.
All right. And then last one
Okay.
is the Caleb Williams to Roma Dunze connection.
I think Caleb looks well. I'm not here to issue no hate.
Okay.
Plus, I got a co-anchor over here that drinks iced coffee, so I think that's an oxymoron run. That's like saying I got some cool, cold fire back here.
It's the summer, though. It's still hot.
Iced coffee? That sounds like a rapper name. Like, iced coffee, man? No. Who drinks iced coffee, man?
And Matt, you know what drives me crazy, though? It's hot, right? It's 95, 96, maybe
Yeah.
100, and you see somebody with a hot coffee smoking a cigarette. I'm like, how hard are you trying to be?
I just, like, when my coffee cools off,
Okay.
I'm through with it. Like, either I got to heat it up again.
All right.
I'm throwing it away. But y'all say, no, give it to me already cooled. Matter of fact, put ice in it. Like, it doesn't feel, it feels icky. It feels icky, man. I'm sorry, it does.
So you're not saying it was lit, fam?
No, it's not. I'm not. It's not.
Nice job, Anna. All right, good game.
Well, move us on to what's the beef.
Okay.
This week's beef, Tyreek Hill, Noah Lyles.
And you know
50-yard
what?
Dash.
I want to see it. And guess what? Thank you, Tyreek, for being smart. Noah Lyles is great in the 200. We didn't even know he was going to win the 100 because it takes him 70 yards to really start to crank.
Right.
Like Tyreek said, you know what? I will blow him out in a 40-yard 50.
No way.
I'm telling you right now, Tyreek Hill's 10-yard dash and 20-yard dash are some of the fastest ever. Like, Noah Lyles needs to build up. Tyreek is instant. Tyreek might have a legit chance in the 50, man.
Noah Lyles would smoke him.
In the 50?
Let me tell you, I looked this up. We saw this video, and it was playing. You have to understand, we get fooled by these guys who are – because Tyreek's one of the fastest – he might be the fastest guy in football.
No, ain't no Mike. He is.
Xavier Worthy might be.
Tyreek runs with a little bit more power than
Fair?
him.
That's fair. But world-class – this guy just won a gold medal in the Olympics. So we watched the video of Tyreek Hill, right?
Yeah.
Last year, I think it was.
Yeah.
Blew away the field, fast as hell, 6.7 in the 60-meter. Do you know what Noah Lyles runs the 60-meter in? 6.43. That is a huge golf in the 60 meters. A world-class
But guess
sprinter
what?
will crush him.
But we know about sprinters is you only fast as who pushing you. Tyreek is always in front. I want to see him chase. All right, listen. You're fast as the guy that's beside you. Put it like this. If they put it on pay-per-view, they got my money.
Oh, I'd watch.
I'm watching it, all right? And I think Tyreek the Cheetah has a legit chance, all right?
No way.
And it ain't just a football player in me. It ain't just a football player in
I
me.
think he gets smoked. This is all, and someone said, well, give him some time to practice. Noah Lyles has been sprinting and practicing every day for years. This is what every single technique, every single nuance.
I don't care if he works for Camel. I don't see no smoking happening. You're not going to, I don't think it's a human being on earth that you can leave Tyreek in the dust. I just don't think so. I just don't think
I don't think it's going to be a massive gulf, but sprints are decided by tenths, hundredths of a second. So what I'm saying is, if that's how close the margin is, and you got Tyreek Hill running a 6.7, and then you have Noah Lyles running a 6.43.
How long ago was Tyreek running that?
This is last year. Tyreek Hill's 30 years old.
That's what I'm saying.
How many 30-year-old sprinters are at the top of their game? Very few.
First of all, I would put a 30-year-old Darryl Green up against any man living. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Just raw out.
But that's D.
speed.
Green. That's D. Green. That's different.
All I'm saying is Tyreek Hill, D. Green.
Okay, let's. If you had D. Green versus Carl Lewis,
I think D. Green would have gave Carl Lewis all the hell
but
he can get.
Carl Lewis would have won.
I don't think so because Darryl Green probably haven't been pushed like that. All right?
But when you're talking about world-class sprinters, you know who's pushing them? The limits of the human body is what is pushing them. Because there is only so fast a body can run. Like, you're never going to see a guy run the 100 in 8 seconds. Like, the body just can't do that. These guys are going up against the limits of the human body. They're testing themselves every time they're on the track.
Right now, we had in this Olympics the fastest 100 group of all time.
Yes.
Meaning all of these guys ran under 9.7. All of them.
Yes.
The human beings are getting faster.
But they've never touched Usain Bolt. He's at the edge.
But guess what? Oh, all records are meant to be broken, Jack. They meant to be broke. All right? Somebody, it's a child. You don't think our guy, the young 15-year-old, 16-year-old here,
Yeah.
is working on breaking Usain's Bolt record?
It will happen, but there will come a point when you can't go any faster. Like a human.
No, the humans, we evolve. We keep evolving.
In a second.
Listen, we thought by 2024,
Right.
when we was in the 90s, did we not think we would have flying cars by now? Did we not think we were going to be the Jetsons
But
and I have a robot living in
But
my house?
technology is endless. There have been scientists who have studied the limits of the human body and the limits as to how, if everything is perfect under perfect conditions, how fast can a human body maneuver?
Yeah.
And they're like, we're getting close to as fast as a body can exert itself. Because you're not going to see a body. Are you going to see it?
We get to the end of the human thinking mind of that 70-year-old because it's a 40-year-old scientist out there like, no, we're going to push it even farther. Like, every time somebody say we at the end,
Yes.
we take it another step. All right? So I refuse to believe that the human body will stop evolving.
So a human body at some point will go from 0 to 100 meters in 2 seconds.
Maybe
There's a limit. There is a limit.
I understand you is a limit. Like the human body adjusts to whatever we put it under, the stress we put it
Yes.
on. All right.
But mechanically.
I propose this.
Okay.
In 15 years, the human neck will be longer. And this is why I say this. Jinx, this is why I say this.
Okay.
We spend more time like this.
The human neck will be longer.
We spend more time like this with our phones, and our neck is pointed down.
I
We didn't have that with our
I don't
generation.
know if that provides many evolutionary
No,
benefits.
the body adjusts to habits. We are what we are.
All right. Well, I have
Giraffe
the
neck,
I
human
have
being.
the next beef.
Okay. Next beef.
Flag Football USA versus NFL players. A small select group. The Flag Football USA quarterback, his name is Daryl Doucette, I believe, said, "I think it's disrespectful that they just automatically assume that they're able to just join the Olympic team because the person that they are. They didn't help grow this game to get to the Olympics. Give the guys who helped this game get to where it's at their respect."
Hey, first of all, shut your mouth. All right? Shut your mouth. We grew football, not you. You a flag football player. That's what you are. It's no quarterback in the league, not even Nate Peterman. And I give Nate all the hell in the world. Worst quarterback in the league. You can't outthrow Nate Peterman. No. Flag football is an offshoot of real football.
Yes.
It's a safer, non-physical version of football. At no point can you beat any quarterback in this league, quarterbacking, dude. No, and you ain't brought nothing to the forefront. Matter of fact, you'll probably do what Ray Gun did and get breakdancing and get flag football throughout of the Olympics.
I don't think it's disrespectful. It's just a bummer for him. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm glad you've helped grow the game, but nobody's being disrespectful. It's like, look, let's just be honest. You're not on this level. You're just not.
You're just not. Like, I'm sorry. Nothing about you would bring you to this level.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry. And if we're going to go to the Olympics and we're going to play flag football, we're going to do like we do in every other sport. We're going to send our best. Now, I don't feel like we sent our best in 3-on-3 basketball.
Right.
I don't know what happened with that. But we usually send our best in every sport. And I'm sorry, my friend, to report the news to you. You are not the best in America at what you do. Not even close.
It's like if the commander said, Jinx, Mike Tirico's going to take your spot. I'd be like, this is disrespectful. I'd be like, I got to go. It's Mike Tirico. I'm out of here.
Like, how dare you?
What are you guys thinking? This is disrespectful.
Do you know the talent that Michael Jenkins has? Like,
Have you seen the scar, what I've done for this? Like, I'd be like, I got to go. Mike Tirico, I'm out of here.
Come on, don't do that to yourself, man. Come on, man. Shut up.
Okay, you ready for my final beef?
Yes,
Yeah.
final beef.
It might be me, but I think some other people could agree with me.
Okay.
Peyton Manning's top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now. And I believe this is the order.
His top 5. He chose these. Okay. All right. The sheriff.
Patrick Mahomes,
They're easy.
Joe Burrow,
Yeah, okay. Easy.
Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. In that order. Thoughts?
First of all, Justin Herbert need to be out of that, and he shouldn't be in front of Lamar.
Should be in front of Lamar.
No, he shouldn't be in front of nobody. All right? Justin Herbert should not be there. Now the question is, taking Herbert out, who do you put in?
Herbert's pretty good, though, man.
Herbert ain't won nothing.
But you know what? I will say this for Justin Herbert. Now, I think Lamar should absolutely be ahead of him. But Brandon Staley was garbage as a head coach. Mike Williams always injured.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen was always injured. Austin Eckler was banged up. Like, he's just had no help and a garbage head coach. That's the one thing I will say.
I just don't
for him.
think he deserves to be in that top 5. I just don't. I would put Matthew Stafford before him.
Really?
Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback than Justin Herbert.
I would say Justin, I think.
Master Stafford had a better year last year. Stafford is a Super Bowl winner. Like,
All right.
I'm sorry, he's better than him. Like, no, I'm
I
sorry.
definitely would not put Lamar below him, though. No
Yeah,
way.
like I just don't get that one, Sheriff. And you know, I usually agree with the Manning family, and plus I done picked off every person in the Manning family besides Archie.
Wow.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
What about Arch, man?
I'm looking for him now on Texas campus to pick him up.
You're going to jump into practice and be like, got him.
No. He tossing the book in class. Here I go picking him out.
Any more, Anna? We done?
That's it for me.
Okay, call us on the house phone. It's 703-726-7419. We always appreciate your voicemails. Always appreciate your comments. Yeah.
Where in America is John?
John?
That's the question.
Traveling Jay, where are you?
Traveling Jay.
Tell us your next spot, brother. We're going to keep up with you. Us and the rest of America and the rest of Commanders Nation.
That's right.
We will follow you around America, my friend.
One more preseason game.
And it's over. Then it's time.
Then it's on. It's a Get Loud podcast. That's my guy, Fred Smoot. I'm Michael Jenkins. Thanks for being with us. Preseason game number 3 this weekend. We'll see you next week.